Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. That's what we do here. Today, we're going to take a look at the 7th studio album from the mighty Doom trio known as Conan. The album is titled Violent Dimension. It's now available on Heavy Psych Sounds Records. They are now part of Heavy Psych Sounds Records. Very cool label for them to be, out of Italy. I like this album artwork, right? It's kind of epic looking, right? It's similar to other Conan releases. Let's take a look at the digipack here. You know, kind of basic. We do have something under the CD tray this time around. A lot of times it's blank. There's a shot of the band, right? There we go. There they are. Conan are John Davis, vocals and guitar, David Riley, bass and backing vocals, and Johnny King on drums. Produced, engineered, and mixed by Chris Fielding, recorded at Fowett Studio and Penny Lane Studio, mastered, Penny Lane Studio, mastered by James Plotkin, photo by Dan Walmsley, art by Tony Roberts. So we have on this album, like I said, their 7th album from this Doom trio, 7 tracks, and then on the CD you get a bonus track. So right now I'm looking at their Bandcamp page. The bonus track is not listed there. Well, this is the Heavy Psych Sounds Records Bandcamp page. So there, if you go and you just buy a download, you get 7 tracks. If you buy the CD, you get a bonus 12-minute long track, which is cool, but it's kind of like big riffy thing with feedback and kind of noise, like an instrumental type of thing. It's pretty cool for what it is. It's more like kind of like a big psychedelic Doom kind of thing, right? But anyway, this band, like I said, Doom band, been around for a while. Let me read you the little blurb they got on the Bandcamp page because it explains it pretty well. Violence Dimension is our 7th full-length release. We have come quite a distance in time and space since we released Horseback in 2010. One thing that binds us all is violence, but that within a video game or in a movie or in the daily news. Violence affects our daily life, perhaps more than love or kindness ever will. We're all bound by death, whether we like it or not. This release explores the hinterland between being scared to live and being scared to die, and punches holes in the idea that we must live our life by one set of rules. We all live in the violence dimension, and there is no escape. And this officially came out right at the end of April. Here in 2025, so it's been out for almost, not quite 2 months, but close to it. So if you've never listened to Conan before, they're a favorite band of Karen LaPreziosa. She actually turned me on to these guys. They are mostly, they got this kind of big apocalyptic doom kind of sound. Most of their stuff is very slow and very heavy and very ponderous. And I'm okay with that from time to time, right? There are lots of bands who play more a bluesy style of doom or a faster side of doom. There's some that do the funeral doom thing. These guys kind of do their own thing. Very, very much just big on these monstrous, God, what's the word I'm looking for? The riffs are just bombastic and slow and crushing and heavy. The vocals are generally more of an extreme kind. It's not death metal growls, but they're kind of more of this kind of like a sludge type of vocal delivery. It's kind of harsh, kind of gruff, but it's not a full-on, like death metal growl. But yeah, there's some great stuff on here. Foeman's Flesh is the opening track. Man, it's so good. I love a opening track that pulls you right into the album right from the get-go and tells you everything you need to know about the album that you're about to partake in. And Foeman's Flesh is that song. 9 minutes and change. It's brutal, big, heavy, lumbering riff. So good. Desolation Hex is up next. That's also very cool. You got Total Bicep, which is also just under 10 minutes. Well, I got some long stuff on here. Title track is also 9 minutes and change. So right off the bat in the first couple of songs, you got 3 9+ minute tracks. If you take the CD into account, this is like a 60-minute album. It's a little on the long side. If you take out the bonus 12-minute Vortexian track, then you're looking at like about a 49, 50-minute album. That's, To me, I think the bonus track is kind of cool, but it's not really necessary. I think the rest of the album is just, absolutely great. Then you got a couple shorter tracks. You got Frozen Edges of the Wound, 3 and Change, Warp Sword is under a minute. It's like kind of like a blip on the radar. And then you got what might be my favorite song in the album, Ocean of Boiling Skin, which is a 10-minute long epic. Man, just massive, slow, crushing riffs that just ring out, and just it's almost like boulders coming down off of a mountain, but yet they're coming in slow motion. They're going to come down, they're going to wreak havoc, they're going to bash your brain in, but there's nothing you can do to stop it because you are frozen solid. And here they come, tumbling down the mountain in slow motion, but you can't move. It's like a nightmare. You ever have a nightmare where something bad is happening, and that you could probably, if it wasn't a nightmare, you could probably escape whatever's coming, but in the nightmare, you can't move. It's like your feet are stuck in quicksand or cement, right? And you're stuck there, and you're just waiting for this thing to come on you, and you can't do a damn thing about it. That's like the riffs in these songs. They're coming, and they're going to pulverize you. It's just like absolutely just big, apocalyptic, just oppressive, heavy riffs. And, whether it's the guitar and the bass, the drums, everything is just, and I really like the production of this album too. Stuff like this got to have a certain type of production. It's kind of raw, but it's just in your face, just massive. And the guitars are produced expertly on here. Really dig this a lot. So highlight tracks for me. There's one track on here. I believe it's Desolation Hex, or maybe it's Total Bicep. I'm trying to remember which track it was. That's a little bit faster pace, has more of kind of like a High on Fire vibe to it, but the rest of it is all just slow, doomy, heavy stuff. Like I said, there's just enough psychedelic elements here. You got some cool guitar soloing, some wah-wah stuff going on. All the things you would like from an album like this. And I think if you are a fan of Conan, you're going to like this. There's no big deviations from their formula, no big surprises, but just good, solid songwriting, heavy as hell arrangements, riffs to die for. That's what you want. It's doom. It's monolithic. It's Conan, right? So I'm going to give this a big old 4 out of 5 star. Really dig this a lot. I'm really enjoying this band in general, so I'm so glad I got into them. And once again, thanks, Karen, for turning me on to these guys. It's one of those names I've always heard over the years. There's like a million bands that play in this kind of space, and I was like, she's like, yeah, Conan are great. You got to check them out. I'm like, okay, I will. And once I did, I'm hooked. It's the way it goes. I'm worse than that fish at the end of the line, right? It's like, it's crazy, right? So, Violence Dimension on Heavy Psych Sounds Records from Conan, 4 out of 5 star. Go check it out. I'll drop the link to the Bandcamp page down in the comments below so you can go listen, see if it's something you like. Check it out, right? For your own enjoyment or just for your own curiosity, right? I saw a comment from a longtime viewer the other day that said it was on one of the recent, I think it was on the Doobie Brothers review or one of the more recent albums. And he's like, Pete, I don't really like most of the bands you review or most of the albums you review, but your reviews are just so damn entertaining, and it just makes me want to keep watching. And I'm like, well, thank you. You would think hopefully you'd be if you like the review itself that you'd be interested in going and listening to the albums, but I don't know. Some people just like to listen to me talk. I guess they don't really care what I'm talking about, or And I'm only talking because I want to promote this stuff. That's what it's all about. I'm not here to hear myself drone on and on about these albums. I generally want you guys to go check them out and see if it's something you like, right? That's kind of what it's all about. So anyway, long story short, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options all down below. Thanks in advance for all your support there, folks. Greatly appreciated, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. What else we got sitting here? I've got new Roadhouse, new Nad Sylvan, new George Joe Split album. I got new Two Smork. I've got new Motorcycle. I've got new Little Feet, new Rivers of Nihil. I've got new Night Stalker. I've got new Warlung. Got Occultum, a bunch of other Heavy Psych Sounds releases. I've got new Celeste. I've got new Agripelter. I got a big stack of stuff, so I'm going to be keeping busy over the next week or two, giving you guys lots of new album reviews as quickly as I can. So stay tuned for more. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.